Let me say first a word about this. This is a vuvuzela, and unless you were living under a rock, you know that this one had caused a lot of buzz recently. And it's been really a big scandal, and particularly in a number of countries that have not been used to this instrument, which makes a huge noise. A lot of South Africans actually use this to support their teams all the time during various tournaments, and it's also a means of expression. And what would this have to do with anti-censorship or circumvention, who you may ask? Well, it's actually a kind of expression that is unique, similar to a tweet, a video, or a post, or a blog, perhaps even a news article. It's all a matter of expressing something. You may have heard that some teams have blamed the vuvuzela for their defeat. Messi had blamed his mess on the vuvuzela, and others have also said that the vuvuzelas are indeed a big crisis, a big issue that need to be eliminated or banned altogether. But isn't this reminiscent of what we've been facing in the media industry, in the internet industry? Many people have found that news websites are noisy sometimes. They create a lot of racket and trouble for the governments. And my website in particular, it's called Yemen Portal, and it's a news dissident. It has dissident content about the Yemeni government, and it had been publishing a lot of them in recent years. Yet the government had decided that this is noisy, and it needed to be eliminated and banned altogether. That's why it's been censored in 2008. Yet, in response to this, I've gathered all those articles that have been censored, not only on my website, but all Yemeni websites that have been censored were put in one portal, and that portal was accessible by anyone. I wanted to tell the citizens of Yemen that this is what the Yemeni government doesn't want you to look at. This is what is being censored, and you need to know what is being hidden from you. I've allowed them to access this part of my website through an anonymizer. And if you know, anonymizers are tools that allow you to circumvent and use an alternative proxy. Yet at the same time, I've realized that this is consuming bandwidth, so I invented a solution and called it Al-Kasr. It's available at alkasr.com, and it means a circumventer in Arabic. It's used for the Middle East primarily, and it saves bandwidth, and I'm using an internal integrated web browser that I've developed, and whenever you enter a URL in that spot over there, if it's blocked, it will take you to the tunnel, and if it's not, it will take you directly. So you can see how much bandwidth it will save. So it will not go all the way to the proxy for all websites. That's something unique, and it's developed for the first time in the world. Another thing is that it uses a technology used commonly by VPNs. It's called VPN split tunneling, and it allows you to go through corporate networks or internet based on whether you're on one of those. And it's in fact very helpful in terms of reducing bandwidth and allowing people to engage. It differentiates between what's censored and what's not, and then it allows people to engage, and it maps censorship and makes people know what is being hidden. And what I'm doing this is for the real freedom of man. People need to understand that they are free and should act and be strong about it. And one of the issues that I've had is that I've been under risk before. I had my car vandalized once, but that doesn't matter. It's a risk worth taking. And a lot of my friends and colleagues, including Mideast Youth, another 2009 fellow of mine, had supported me. Esra Shafi is her name. A lot of people know that we're making a difference in their lives, but let us continue, let us support them, because we should never let them down. Thank you very much.
IBM has underwritten the filming of the TED Fellows Talks. Each fellow talks for 4 minutes about the work that they do or an idea worth spreading. And because of IBM, they now have the opportunity to be considered for TED.com.
IBM is all about innovation, not just the innovation we do within the company, but the innovation we work with other people and organizations to do. TED Fellows really encourages people to take their ideas and actually execute on it. And that's a great marriage to be able to drive the next wave of change and advancement.
At TED Global, we have a demonstration called Edison, which is about the smart and intelligent generation of energy. The future of how energy would be produced and consumed by sources such as conventional power generation plants, solar energy, renewable sources of energy, wind, and new consumers of energy such as electric cars.
Solving the key problems that affect society today require a different way of thinking and a different way of coming up with solutions. IBM's initiative around Smarter Planet is looking at the biggest problems we have: water, infrastructure, medicine, etc. And TED is providing a venue to get all the thinkers of the world together, and working with IBM, I think we can bring both communities together to really reach that global forum.